But no, I think if anything, if you were to ask me to describe you as an automobile,
Buick Skylark.
Dude, I'm not even fucking lying.
Spray painted
dude,
with dents.
92 Buick Skylark.
Right.
Dude, I'm not even lying. I'm like,
bunch of
Skylark.
dents.
Dude, those are beasts. Those are beast cars.
You know what's awesome about those? You can like go to sleep while you're driving that and wake up because it's all metal.
Dude.
And it would tear through anything nowadays.
The Buick Skylark, the 92 Buick Skylark was the car I got 2 DUIs in 1 week. Nice. Both were collisions. One was sideswiping a car.
You were fine.
Dude, it was a tank. You couldn't destroy this car. And when I sideswiped the 2 cars, I thought it was going to be super fucked up because the thing with the Skylark is, I guess in 92, I don't know how many other models had it. If you were in any type of collision, you couldn't, the shifter would stick.
Okay.
So you couldn't move the car afterwards. It kind of sucked. There was
right.
There was no hit and runs happening in the Skylark. So when that happened, I thought my engine was fucked up and all it had to do was be towed. And the other car that I hit was fucking pretty destroyed. The Skylark had a scrape on the bumper.
Right.
And then I think the mirror was a little bit like dented, but that was it.
Hot knife through butter, dude.
Dude, it just cut through this car.
They're awesome. I had an 88 Monte Carlo, dude.
That's a sick fucking car,
ultimate white trash assault vehicle.
It's awesome.
Dude, it was awesome, dude. Flat black. I sprayed it with like Krylon.
Oh, dude, you spray painted the car?
It had
That's
a V8,
sick.
it had a V8 in it, dude. It was fucking awesome, dude.
That's also the other thing with the Skylark. Fastest car I've ever driven. Fastest fucking car I've ever driven.
Dude, the muffler came off at one point. So imagine a V8 Monte Carlo with no muffler. How loud.
That's the loudest fucking car in the world.
It was awesome, dude.
That's
awesome.
Sick. Where did you get the Monte Carlo from? Did you buy it or did someone give it to you?
I traded someone a tattoo sleeve for it.
That's a pretty sick.
He rebuilt the engine.
That's a pretty sick
I was
trade.
like, it had like fucking 20,000 miles on the engine. I was like, dude, I'll.
You know, speaking of cars, this is actually a good, because I was thinking about this the other day. I was looking at your Instagram, which is great.
Okay.
For anybody who has not looked at Shlak's Instagram, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I was looking at t-shirt designs you have, and I was thinking about one, and I don't know how, I'm thinking about drawing it up. It's you jumping off of a DeLorean with light tubes onto Doc Brown, and it says Shlak to the future. I think that's a fucking, how good is that of a design, dude? And then while he's getting hit, he's saying "Great Scott" as you're just pancaking him. I think that's a perfect design. How did you, part of me was like, there's no way I never thought, I'm not the only one who thought about Shlak to the future.
Shlak to the future, no.
Shlak to the future.
I used to have an old band called Crack House, and we had a song written, but it never was recorded. It was called Crack to the Future.
Crack to the Future is pretty fucking good too.
Right.
I mean, it's Crack to the Future. That's like you travel back in time to 1986 and you just go to fucking California.
Or like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you could do, you're not.
You know, I used to live like 3 blocks over here. We're on Firth Street.
Man.
Where the cobblestone is off.
Yeah.
Where, you know where the church is?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Literally on the corner, right before the church. It was crazy because I would park the Monte Carlo over there. But anyway, there's like a void and shit over there. There's like a void where there's not much residential around it because there's the church and then there's those empty houses across the street, but nothing around it. So the hook, you would see condoms all over the ground all the time because the hookers would take the Johns and fuck them in front of the church at night because no residents could
why would
catch
you not?
them and shit. So there would be, I would wake up in the morning and I would go to my car and there would be all these used condoms all over in front of a church.
You know, it's a good song, Condom Church.
Condom Church. That sounds like the name of a band.
Dude, that's a pretty good, Condom Church is pretty good.
Jesus fuck.
Jesus fuck, yeah.
Fucked by Jesus, first album.
He is jizzing. Yeah. That would be pretty sick for Easter.
Sure.
I think that's a great fucking, Yeah, that's
used condoms. How Philadelphia is that? That's pretty sick.
I mean, how many condoms were there?
I mean, there would be an assortment. Like literally, I would say 6 an evening, a morning.
Wow, that's 6 an evening.
Well, I mean, that's when they're done. I don't think they're fucking in the AM on the cobblestone.
Nah, dude, you got to get it in. 6 condoms an evening. That's a regular amount of fucking.
Unless it wasn't hookers and it was. Dudes just were like, yo, I need to fuck my girl with a condom outside. And
look, if you're fucking outside and it's your significant other, you're not using a condom. That's the craziest thing in the fucking world.
Right.
Anytime someone's like, I knew a couple people who were married and they still used condoms.
That's crazy.
And honestly, part of me was not suspicious of either one of them. I had more questions than not. I was like, what are you guys doing?
Was it for like birth control?
So the one chick said she didn't want to
pull
get
out,
pregnant.
bro.
That dude, the pull out thing, there are so many people who are like, yeah, we got to do this and we got to do this for birth control. You can shoot your cum anywhere you want.
Right.
It's not like coming inside someone is the end all beat all method. I don't really understand.
Yeah. She accidentally ate 20 Xanax when we were finished.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
As soon as he fell down the steps, we're done.
It just doesn't make it. And that's like when you find out people who have like 6, 7, or 8, 9 kids and like, oh, this one was an accident. It's like, it's not an accident.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what happens when you come in. So after the 4th kid, after the 2nd kid.
Right.
It's not like a whoops, I guess I
think you gauge how well your guys are swimming by that point, you would think.
Sure, you'd think you'd have a better idea.
Right. Especially, like you said, on number 5.
Yeah. I came in this sock over here and she's still
Right.
I don't know what happened. It's like.
Plus, it's way more entertaining, dude, when you fucking pull out and.
Yeah, dude.
It's basically, your nature's weapon, dude.
It's showing off the gun.
Right.
It's showing off the gun.
Right. Have fun with the goddamn thing.
You got to see how far you can go.
Uptight. That dude's wife's uptight.
Dude, and that's why
it's got to be her choice. There's no goddamn way. It's his choice.
No, and you're totally right, because that was another thing too, because she was a chick I went to high school with, so she and I were pretty good friends. And then like I met her husband, decent guy, and we're talking, and she said something about like how they had been married at this point for almost like 2 years. And then I mentioned, I was like, so when are you guys gonna, have a kid? She's like, oh, I don't think I'm having kids. I still make him wear a condom. And I was like, what?
Wow, dude.
And she was like,
one of the perks of.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point. I thought that was like one of the when you reach the top of the mountain.
That's a deciding factor.
That's like going up Everest and then putting on a condom.
Right.
Why would you do that? There's no reason for it. And I remember thinking, I was like, it's either you don't trust him enough to not come inside you, or
maybe his his self-control game is like
that might
very poor.
But even then, man, it's like you kind of get over that, can't you?
Sure.
Don't you think you'd like, oh yeah, I know I'm a 2-pump chump, but eventually I'm gonna figure out how to like make this work for both of us.
How bad could your I'm almost done. Oh
yeah, no, just I don't really get it.
That's crazy.
I've never really understood. As a guy who's like I've never been a fan of condoms anyway. I don't think
I accidentally forgot them.
Yeah, accidentally.
It accidentally came off. I accidentally forgot it.
These Shlak brand condoms are not that great. They put them on, they just biodegrade immediately. That would be sick.
They melt off.
Meltable condoms. I have also thought for the longest time how we've invented so many things, but our condom technology is still the same shitty fucking.
Right.
It's still the same crap.
Very stagnant.
It's just a fucking bag on your dick, and you have to figure out how it's going to react and how you're going to feel with it. It's like, why don't we don't do anything different, man.
Bag on your dick.
It's just a bag on your dick.
No, that's a good condom term. What do they call it? A jizz bag?
Yeah, it's a jizz bag.
Right.
It's a scumbag. It's like, why are we still, it's such an archaic thing. And the reason we should all be, when we talk about technology, we're like, oh, it's ribbed, oh, it's this, and there's lubricants, and there's heating and cooling and HVAC and all this other shit for your dick. But then you look at the way a condom is, and then you look at the first condom they found in like Istanbul, and like
lambskin.
It's the same thing.
Right,
it's the same fucking bag.
Scumbag. Like words lose their meaning over time. Really think about that when you call someone a scumbag. That's like a common thing. Like, oh, you fucking scumbag.
You're a fucking scumbag.
You mean to tell me I'm a fucking used condom with some dude's jizz in it?
That's
what you're calling me?
Disposable bag of jizz.
Dude, you're an asshole. You are the hole where I excrete waste out of.
Dude, I like one of the best insults I think is knucklehead. Knucklehead is pretty good. And then I also like maroon. Maroon's pretty good. Pretty good.
You're really
yeah, I'm going back. No, it's not. It's not. You know what? I talked about this last time. It is not. Everyone thinks it is.
Time and place.
No, dude, the time is now, dude. The time is now. We bring back Maroon and we bring back Knucklehead. It's not like I'm calling somebody something wild.
Dingus. I like Dingus.
Dingus
too.
is pretty fucking
That's
good.
what you call the old lady.
Yeah, Dingus is good.
Listen, Dingus.
Oh, speaking of that, hold on. Speaking of the old lady, I forgot. She made you this.
Okay.
She got you this. It was for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
She meant to give you stuff.
All right.
You got
Do I open it now or?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big symphony bar in there because you never had
yeah.
that candy bar before.
No.
Never had a symphony before.
No.
How do you miss out,
And I play music too. It's great.
dude? It's and then I don't know what else is in there.
Love Bites Dinosaur.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
And,
I didn't put this together.
Real funny, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's
With the teeth.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
I'm missing my teeth.
I
Real
also
funny.
so when she was putting that in there, I was like, is there any way we can take out the tooth from? I honestly was like, is there any way we could do that? That would
Is
be
there a
pretty
B
funny.
model?
There's gotta be. There's gotta be one like that.
Oh, thank you.
Did you watch any of the Oscars? You don't seem like an Oscar guy.
I don't have television.
God damn it.
I go to
Come on,
movies,
man.
dude. I got the fucking movie pass. I go like twice.
Wait, you go to the AMC?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
I go because I like the whole idea of like getting stoned and going and sitting in the theater. It gives me something to do. Because
Yeah.
if not, I'll just sit in the fucking house and play guitar or some shit or sit on my phone.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not saying both of those things aren't terrible. Playing a guitar is good. That's constructive.
Yeah, for
Getting
sure.
some stuff done.
Sure.
But I watched some of the Oscars, and the substance got completely snubbed.
Oh yeah,
the
I
Oscars.
listen. I got my ear to the fucking ground, bro. I know that it was,
He's out of it. Shlak has no idea what's going on.
Yes, I heard that it was
Completely.
nominated, and which is fucked. What won? Didn't something like very?
It's some crap, and I think what happened? The Brutalist one with Adrian Brody.
Okay.
And then I think Wicked took some Oscars as well.
Okay.
Which I don't really understand why. Like, I get it. I get why that movie's popular. You know, people love musicals.
Oz.
Yeah, but it's not like the good Oz. It's not HBO's Oz. It should be, there should be something cooler with the Oz. It's just like it's the same story over and over again. And I don't really understand why those movies keep winning.
Did you see the? Well, because people are fucking dense.
Yeah, they're dense, but it's like, how long? You know what they are? They're the scumbags, dude. It's
Right,
like
they're scumbags.
How long are we gonna do the same song and dance until nothing?
Did you see the fucking vampire one that was just out?
The vampire one.
It's not called the vampire. Nosferatu.
Oh yes, I did. I did.
Oh, so you did see it?
I did see Nosferatu. How'd you?
No, I thought it was all right.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. Very hard. I think did we talk about this at the tattoo shop?
We did. I think so. Yeah.
Where I think it's fucking difficult in order, to redo a story that's been done fucking 60 times.
I think
But,
it is,
swing.
but where we do things now is like, because now we have the technology to make them look good. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Nosferatu, when it was made, that was like what, 1925? They didn't have any technology. They had like fading away and maybe some other shit, and shadows were real big.
Fading away.
They could make things people.
They didn't even
fade.
have it wasn't even the option on the camera itself. You had to.
You had to walk back.
We got to film this scene in a hallway because
This sucks. We're pretty good with shadows, though. I'm changing the game on shadows. But the other thing that I was blown away with Nosferatu is, especially now with newer horror movies, they are finding ways to put full frontal male nudity in more movies.
well,
now.
that's the last passion of film, dude. Is the cock?
Yeah, they're peppering it in.
You see every other part.
It's wild.
Or has there been it's coming, I guess, a fucking spread-legged woman.
So here's two
See
things.
them with the the fucking thing.
So here's two things
Flopping.
that we're never going to see. And when I say never, I guess I can't never say never, because I know
Netflix, dude. WWE's cursing now.
Oh yeah, I know. Fucking Christ, dude. Cody Rhodes saying "fuck you" to The Rock
Yeah.
was
So,
pretty
dude,
wild.
Spread leg is maybe on WWE.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: let's see. I saw two things happen when Monday Night Raw was on USA. I saw two things happen where I was like, "Wow, I can't believe they aired that." Number one involved Kid Rock, and it was back when The Undertaker went full American Badass.
Do you like that better than the regular one?
No.
You don't like American Badass?
Dead man is the way to go, dude.
Okay, all right.
It's dead man or nothing. The Mortician.
Come on. Did the Undertaker ever ride the motorcycle, or is only the American Badass rode the motorcycle?
A dead man never rode the motorcycle.
Okay. You think he has his license?
No, I don't think. The dead man? No, dude. He's got no license.
Okay.
He can't even ride a horse.
Dude, you know what?
He just shows up.
The Undertaker doesn't have a name, huh?
No, he's the Undertaker.
Just the Undertaker.
Yeah, he's not like
his
Steve
name isn't
the
right. Right.
Steve.
I never really thought about that.
Steve Simmons, the Undertaker.
Right. Dude, come on.
No, he's just the Undertaker.
Okay.
But when Kid Rock, Rock.
Wait, hold on. We still got some room to dive in here. Now, when he was the American Badass, was he still on his driver's license or his motorcycle license? Was he the Undertaker on his license?
I think he was.
Because
actually,
there's a lawsuit in there if he was operating that motor vehicle.
So, from what I understand, the American Badass, he was referred to as the American Badass, but then after that, he became the Dead Man.
Okay.
And then before that, he was the Phenom.
Right.
It was like so many things, so many titles with the Undertaker that it didn't really make sense.
Do you think he had a temporary license that said American Badass on? They're like, what's your name?
It was actually an interlock license. You got to breathe into this motorcycle to ride it.
American Badass, can you please get out of the car?
You gotta, I mean, if the Undertaker gets pulled over, I guess you'd have to have a fake license with the Undertaker on it.
I would think so.
I would think he would change his name.
How about that level of fame, though? When you're that big, he probably don't even got to hand his fucking license to the cop.
You're just the Undertaker.
They're like, right, you don't even need to know his name. Like, you're all right, Undertaker. Keep going.
If he got pulled over and they were like, who are you? All he'd have to do is turn up the radio and play like, boom. He's like, yeah, come on.
Listen, Mr. Undertaker, sir, I don't know if that's cocaine or makeup still from the ring on your face, but, no harm, no foul.
Look, I'm just trying to get home to rest in peace. It's like, let him go. I would honestly let the Undertaker go.
100%.
You have to let the Undertaker go.
Give that guy a ticket, dude.
You can't.
What kind of cop are you that you give the Undertaker a ticket?
Then again, there are probably people who didn't like the Undertaker. Like, I'm willing to bet when Hogan did the heel turn the first time, like when he became Hollywood Hogan and joined NWO, I guarantee there was one old school red and yellow fucking cop who was like, I can't have this shit in my town. New World Order, you're getting a fucking maximum fine. I don't know how many fucking wrestlers have actually been to jail.
I mean, there's a lot, dude.
Like jail.
You'd be surprised how many fucking dudes get arrested, but Vince has the fucking money, bro, so he can get erase all that shit from the. You ever see all the mugshots of Piper and all those guys back then?
Yeah, but
especially with no internet, those guys were at the bar getting tanked and fucking fighting people.
But Piper, so here's the thing though, Piper. I'm pretty sure Dusty Rhodes has several mugshots.
Sure, Flair. There's no way
definitely.
in hell. There's no way in hell.
But it's like even those guys.
There's no way. The Road Warrior Hawk was a Hell's Angel. There's no way. There's no way that guy doesn't have mugshots.
So it's like, but that's like part of the persona. I would actually, if someone told me that Piper was never arrested, I'd be like, fuck that. I don't need that.
Right.
I don't need that. I want Piper arrested. I want Hawk arrested. I want all these dudes in jail. That would be sick. It'd be different if John Cena gets arrested after doing a Make-A-Wish or something like that.
He just turned the heel.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna
talking about Hollywood Hogan. Cena needs to go Hollywood Hogan, grow the beard in with the chain and start diss-rapping people again.
Whoa.
How sick. I would go buy 5 John Cena shirts right now.
So here's the thing that I think is going to happen, and I'm only doing this because I predicted the Hogan revival too. I predicted that.
Did you call it? Would you call that a revival?
Well, the Hogan going full circle back into the red and yellow. Because after he was in NWO and he kind of disappeared, everyone was like, "Is he going to come back as this or that?" And I was like, "He'll be back as red and yellow. He'll be back as the American." But I think what's going to happen is John Cena does his heel turn, and then at WrestleMania he double crosses The Rock. This isn't a real heel turn, guys. This is a ruse to double, and then he's going to join that LFG. He's going to join the new whatever faction is of the WWF. It's like Let's Fucking Go. I
Is that
can't.
what that's called?
It's the LFG. Booker T and the Undertaker have been advertising it like a motherfucker.
Okay.
So I think he's going to join that, and then he's going to form a faction called the Unseen because you can't see them, and it's going to be a stable.
You're just writing the whole
I'm
goddamn
telling
show
you
right now.
It's how it's going to go. I'm telling you. Yo, here we go. We got some.
This is all the.
I thought the first one was Kanye West. I was like, I don't think he's going to draw right now.
Oh, Chris Canyon getting arrested. Everyone saw that coming. Wait, what did Kurt?
this is a whole website for fucking.
Yo, what did Kurt Angle get arrested for, dude?
Oh, come on, what do you think? Kirk Angle, they call him?
Well, I mean, that's man. He looks terrible,
Oh,
dude. That's a fucking wild. Oh man, he was operating a motor vehicle under the influence. That, you know what I think is going to be most of these is DUIs, like DWIs and
100%.
DUIs. I don't think most of them are going to be like.
Andre, oh
Whoa,
my God.
man! Imagine
Imagine
arresting
that.
Andre the Giant, dude.
Yo, excuse me, sir.
Dude, that's so. You know how you were talking about you have to let the Undertaker go. You
Yeah.
have to arrest the Giant.
Well, see, the
though.
thing is, the Undertaker actually looks dead there.
You have
He
to.
actually-
You have to. If
Oh
I
my
saw Andre the Giant in a car, I'd be like, "We have to take this guy
Oh,
down."
could you imagine how that dude would be hammered?
Oh, it's out of control,
Dude, yo,
dude. Did you ever hear the story about him passing out in the hotel lobby and they put a sheet over
it's
top
amazing.
of him? And they just told everyone it was furniture.
that guy's awesome.
Yeah, he fucking rules. But it's like, this is the type of stuff. Like, I guess, yeah.
Sid Vicious, dude. Go to Sid Vicious.
Oh, Sid Vicious is fucking.
That's got to be awesome, dude.
I bet he looks great.
Oh, no.
Man.
Looks like he lives in Florida.
He looks like my Aunt Carol.
Oh,
He
my-
does not look good at
No.
all, dude. Fuck me. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Lita up there? She probably looks great. I hope she got in trouble for like flashing gas
What's
or
the
something.
best mugshot of all time?
The best mugshot of all
Yo,
time?
the James Brown one, where he was all PCP. That one was pretty
very
outstanding.
good. I think Nick Nolte has
Oh,
a fucking banger mugshot.
that's a real good one, too.
Nolte's mugshot is amazing.
Wasn't he on Special K or something?
Dude, he was so
Yo, they got Nick's fucking on there. Yo,
Yeah.
he robbed a bank.
Yeah. Oh, well, honestly, that's actually a really good picture of him, dude.
Yeah,
That's not a bad picture.
not a bad picture.
That I've seen worse. Brock Lesnar looks like shit. I see him up there. What a fucking dummy. I always wonder, wait, Awesome Kong got arrested? What did she do? I hope she was saying the N-word at a Chili's just real loud.
Booker T.
Man, she also looks terrible. Like, and I know mugshots are never good.
Right. I mean,
all
it's like
my
driver's
mugshots,
licenses. They know who,
they look like shit.
I look like I just crawled out from under a bridge somewhere on my driver's license. Which is actually
Which it's not.
slightly
That doesn't
possible.
sound totally impossible.
Definitely in the realm of possibility.
Oh man, Flair, you
Flair.
look terrible, dude. Fuck. That's the thing, though. Is like you always want when you think of like your childhood heroes. Oh, look at the Giant. When you think of your childhood heroes
Oh my
getting,
God.
dude, that is bad, dude. God damn it.
Wait, sir, can you please wake up?
Can you wake up? But Andre the
Oh,
Giant.
was it exposing was his crime?
What exposing?
What? You
Why
ain't
is the Big
Why they
Show?
call you the Big Show? Why
Dude,
they
that's
call
probably what happened.
Why they call
too.
you the Big Show?
I bet you're not that big, dude.
Right.
And then he's like, "You want to see my dumb horse dick at this bar?
Right.
I'll fucking show you." That's got to be taking down the Big Show
You know what's crazy is
for
what money can do
exposing
in
himself.
1998.
Yeah,
And that never
damn.
really came.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
Right, exposing yourself is a pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Especially for
a
pop
wrestler?
culture, fucking someone in the
But then
limelight.
again, it's like if someone's like, "Yo, you have to go arrest the Big Show," I'd be like, "What's the crime?" Like exposing himself. I'm like, "Yo, that's all right." Dude. It's like,
Yeah.
he's probably cool. I don't know what he was
Probably just
doing.
tanked.
Come on, man. He's
He
probably
wasn't
just
driving,
drunk.
right?
Yeah, was he driving?
Right.
Was anybody in danger?
Right.
Let it go.
He was driving naked. Like,
Do you know how many fucking tranquilizers it's gonna take to get this
Right,
guy
yeah, for real.
too cold? Could you imagine him on like just like any type of upper freaking the fuck out?
I mean, he's like, dude, he's not only is he like 7'1", whatever the fuck he is, but he's like
Yeah.
500 pounds, dude.
That's gotta be
You know, that-
impossible.
that's crazy.
How do you even
and he's-
handcuff him?
And he's kind of mobile too. Maybe
Yeah.
he's getting a little older now, but when in '98,
Yeah,
he
that
was
was-
fucking
he's still
like
doing
just
it.
a huge humanoid.
Yeah. He wasn't like a Great Dane, like Great Collie or something. He wasn't, couldn't move like he was a fucking robot. Yeah, Big Show could still fucking bang. He's fucking moving around.
Dude, he can move around. Dude, imagine, I always say that about, imagine you're a bouncer in like Chicago or whatever, and the Road Warriors come in and get loaded and loud and act like assholes. What the fuck are you going to do?
You don't do anything.
You don't do anything.
You don't do. The answer is you don't do anything.
His bar
Shlak.
is now the Road Warriors bar.
Dude. Also, I know, like, you know, I don't know how big it is with deathmatch wrestling. Do people stay true to kayfabe hard or no?
Sure, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think if I was the Road Warrior, I would constantly be wearing those fucking shoulder pads at all times.
Yeah.
Every day of my life, I don't think I'd take them off. Bury me in those.
It's acceptable.
You have to.
Right. You can wear the face paint wherever you go.
I just walk into any bar. It's like, what are you going to remove me, dude?
I always say that about, like, who's the raddest person of all time to ever live?
The raddest person of all time?
Yeah, just raddest.
Evil Knievel.
No, that's what I was just
Evil fucking Knievel, dude.
Say. You ruined my joke.
It's evil fucking Knievel.
Dude, yo, that guy wore a cape and it was fine, dude. He, if anyone else, who else wears a cape and it's not gay?
James Brown.
James Brown.
Okay. Okay, so who wears a cape and it's not gay?
Right. Elton John, he's in the gay category.
Yeah, he's pretty gay. Liberace's pretty gay. He's pretty gay.
Okay. No, dude.
Dracula kind of gay.
Kind of gay. Sucks you on your neck, dude. Sucks on your neck.
Kind of gay, dude.
Right. Dude, Evil Knievel, he fucking wore a cape, no questions asked.
Dude, you can't
question. He carried a gold-plated fucking 45 on him at all times, a gun, and his fucking cane had a sword.
That is sick. Yeah, he also he carried a scepter around with him.
He had a scepter with a sword.
That's so sick.
He broke like every bone in his body.
Yeah, he's the coolest fucking dude on the planet.
He's the coolest dude of all time.
I think my favorite Evil Knievel story is when it is kind of wild.
He divorced like 4 times.
So many, dude. Man. He was the biggest piece of shit in the world.
For Christ's sakes.
So there was a documentary, I think it's called Being Evil. And they were interviewing him, I think it was like 2 or 3 years before he died. And Evil Knievel at this point is like, I don't know if he's got dementia, but he is saying whatever the fuck he wants. He's just like,
there's no way that guy didn't take severe blows.
No fucking way. But he doesn't care. Like I'll give it to him, totally honest. Every question they ask him, he's not like pulling punches. He's like, yeah, this is just the fucking way it was. And he was talking about how in 1972 or 3, a reporter came and interviewed him and then asked him a bunch of questions about his family life, his children, and his wife. And then the reporter also did an expose on him about cheating on his wife. So then
Let me tell you how it's done.
The article got printed. And then Evil Knievel's wife read it and then threatened to divorce Evil Knievel. Now, when this happened, Evil Knievel stuck to his fake guns and was like, I didn't do any of that. This guy's a piece of shit. Now, at the time, Evil Knievel from a crash had both of his arms broken. They were in casts. Evil Knievel gets 2 huge goons to go and corner the dude in an alleyway. Evil Knievel shows up in a limo, gets out of the limo with a baseball bat, and has the goons hold the reporter while Evil Knievel tries to swing the baseball bat with broken arm.
That's some casino shit.
It's awesome as hell, dude.
Like, look what you made me do. Pop your fucking eye out.
It is the coolest fucking thing in the world. Yeah, Evil Knievel rules.
Evil Knievel, dude. I think that's.
I guess also, if I was Evil Knievel, I don't think I'd ever go anywhere not wearing the one-piece jumpsuit. You have to do that.
I would fuck in that thing, dude.
You have to fuck. You know he fucked in that thing.
It had a zipper up front, right?
It did.
Okay, there's no way.
I also think it had a drop tent, like in the butt. Like I'm pretty sure.
Knievel came out, you know what I mean?
the absurdly evil Knievel.
That's
holy shit. This has been the End Podcast, by the way. With Ryan Shannon, I'm joined by the one and only Shlak. There is no God. There's only Shlak. The best. You got anything to plug for anybody listening?
Anything to plug?
Anything to plug.
www.nogodonlyshlak.com website if you want any kind of Shlak bullshit merch. I got a match coming up against Jacob Fatu that's in WWE. His cousin, Journey Fatu, in Chicago in a couple weeks for severe violent nature wrestling.
Severe violent nature wrestling?
Yeah, and it's like a split show, them and Ruthless Pro Wrestling in Chicago.
Sick.
And new Cole Paramedics 7 inches are coming out.
Sick.
We're in the middle of recording those. Split with Bad Luck 13 and another split with Mortician.
That's awesome.
With such hits as, well, maybe if you wrote in fucking English, I could fucking understand it. And that's one song. And there's another song called
Dude, the falling down reference is sick.
I mean, come on, right?
That is a sick reference, dude. God damn.
This machine turns tits into suck tits. Another song. You know,
How long does it take to write such an amazing banger, dude?
right. I mean, it's usually, I don't usually start writing lyrics. I hunt for retarded sayings like that, and then I'm like, okay, that sounds like a song.
I get you. I get you.
You know what I mean?
That is, I think that's how Hotel California was written.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They were just like, it'd be a fucking cool place. Hotel California. Maybe,
Right.
fuck it, I don't know.
They didn't come up with this lovely story written out.
No.
What should we name this Hotel California? They heard of Hotel California first, and they heard all kinds of fucked up shit were going on in there.
I think the other...
Condoms all over the front,
dude.
like First Street over there.
It was actually called Malibu with no muffler.
Right.
That was the first iteration of that song. They're like, yeah, it's just a loud car that makes no sense.
Who's your favorite Eagle?
My favorite Eagle? Man, I don't know.
It's gotta be Don Henley, right?
So it's
Boys
not
of Summer.
It's not Don Henley.
No, really.
It's not Don Henley, and the reason
Who's
is
the one guy that's all fucked up, like.
dude, they're all fucking.
No, but the one
bad.
guy that's like, yo, you did too much drugs, dude.
Oh, I fucking don't know. It's probably one of my favorite dudes.
Wait, what's his name?
It's probably
He's a guitar player. What's the
Yes,
guitar player
it's probably one of those guys. If you
They
watch,
have like 4 guitar players.
they do.
Yeah.
If you watch the Hotel California music video, the live music video, which honestly, probably one of the best live performances ever of a song.
Okay.
It's amazing. There's a dude when they're doing first off that solo at the end, the fucking dueling cars. There's a dude who has a bandana on who's just like making.
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
The weirdest cum faces is probably that guy.
Joe Cocker, but that's obviously not Joe Cocker.
No, that's not Joe Cocker. But he's
Joe
got
something.
He's Joe Cocker-esque.
Yeah, he's got a.
Might have been Joe Walsh.
That's
It is Joe Walsh. Dude, it is Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is the best.
Yeah,
Eagle.
that guy is awesome.
He's the best Eagle. Dude.
That guy is in the like Keith Richards level of drug abuse.
It definitely is Joe Walsh.
Where you're like, dude, are you fucking kayfabing me right now?
Do you think
do you really act like that?
Do you think Keith Richards will survive to see the nuclear annihilation that is coming within the next like 3 or 4 years?
I mean, I like to hope. I think they're going to be able to download your brain soon and upload a new computer. I think that's happening within like the next 10 years. The way technology is like duplicating so rapidly.
Sure.
I think they're going to be able to map out your brain and digitally upload your computer. So everyone's going to live
Forever.
I would love to see Keith Richards make it to that point.
That would be sick.
You know what I mean? He's like the one anomaly that, wow, you beat the goddamn system, dude.
I think
How old is that guy now? He's got to be like 80s, right?
He's 90s. There's no way he's in his 80s, dude. He's got to be like 90 something. There's no way. But I hope if they do download his brain and they put him in a body, they make him still the old Keith Richards.
That'd
Like
be awesome.
we can't. It's just the balance,
we keep
dude.
replicating the old corpse.
It's like you can be alive forever, but you're not going to be totally mobile. It's like that's unfair to everybody.
How about they put him in the Pirates of the Caribbean? They just made a character
did.
up for Keith Richards because like this asshole looks just like
He can't die.
Johnny Depp's father.
Damn. So wait, how old is Keith Richards?
81.
81? He's only 81? He looks like shit.
He looks bad, dude. He looks like
He looks like
bad.
fucking hell, dude.
he looks like a corpse, dude.
He does.
Looks like a corpse.
It's like now when it comes down to Keith Richards, okay, so Keith Richards is gonna live forever. We can just throw that out. He's a
Is
cockroach.
Iggy Pop sober?
Is Iggy Pop sober?
Iggy Pop looks bad.
Well, Iggy Pop has looked bad for the last.
He's got that. He's like meth jacked.
Yeah.
You see dudes that like do crank all the time and have like 2% body fat. 'Cause they
Yeah.
don't eat ever.
Yeah.
Iggy Pop's got that.
He's got baggy sweater skin.
Yeah.
That's what it just looks like. He's got muscle, but the skin has lost all the elasticity.
I like online they like Photoshop Iggy Pop's face on his breasts and on his stomach. Just like Iggy Pop, like Inception. They do it with Hogan, too. You ever see that?
Yeah.
In the mouth.
Hey, everybody, if your car breaks down, you're going to take it to the mechanic. If your dick stops working, you're going to get Hims ED. Hims provides men with access to affordable sexual health treatments, and everything is done online. With a huge range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewables, hard mints, Viagra, Cialis, and more, it's easy to find something that will get to work for you. You don't need insurance, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/theend. That's HIMS.com/theend for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/theend. Hey, these products mentioned are chewable compounded products, which are not approved or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine, if appropriate, restrictions apply. See the website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Prices varied on product and subscription plan. Now, back to the end. God damn. All right, we got some phone calls to listen to. Hopefully these are good. Not as good as the conversations we're having. This has been banger so far. Good God.
All right.
Hey, Shaner, I'm kind of like a animal person, and I'm got like a big like, mice problem out in the garage, but I don't want to hurt or kill them. So I just been throwing like mushroom chocolates out there. Think that's okay?
All right.
I'm not going to say no. You know,
I don't know if that's okay. I do know that enough mushrooms will kill a person. If you eat enough mushrooms, your brain will shut down.
Do you think you can get in trouble for that?
What, killing mice with mushrooms?
Giving like animals mushrooms. It's nature.
It's a natural thing, yeah.
Right. It's not like I'm not giving them fucking cyanide or strychnine.
Yeah.
I'm giving them mushrooms. You just want to see them have fun.
Yeah. I don't know if it's against the law.
What if you had a bunch of tripping?
Dude, tripping mice.
Oh, you're like, dude, I'm at Chainer's house, dude. What the fuck is wrong with it?
You know, it's a good band name.
Over there.
Tripping mice.
Tripping mice
is sick.
Tripping mice is a sick band name.
That's a sick band name. I think if you make mice trip, there's no law against rodents tripping. There's no law. If you're leaving it out, it's like, your dog getting into weed or like your cat. Like, it might be bad.
Sure,
but it's not like illegal. I don't know. I don't know if it's illegal.
That's
but
a tough one.
It is wild that you don't want to kill them, but you do want to send them on a never-ending journey to self-realization, which is fucking wild.
You might kickstart their genetic chain into like evolving further.
What if the mice become sentient? This is how Secret of Nim starts, dude.
Exactly.
This is how Nim starts, dude. You don't give mice hallucinogens. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do.
Isn't that how like they say man started to evolve? Like chimpanzees ate magic mushrooms and it started expanding their brain and they started evolving.
Man,
dude, we could have like mice-human hybrids that live at your house.
I'd rather that would be actually. You know what?
Philadelphia.
If I'd said before, so when I was working, I used to work at the Khyber.
Okay.
And when I worked there, we had a I won't say a rodent problem. Every bar has a rodent problem. There's no way you can get, especially in Old City. There's no way to get around it.
Especially the Khyber.
Right. Without a doubt.
This conversation has a lot of especiallys.
It's especially, dude. They definitely did. But they definitely had this
Gigi Allen played at the Khyber.
I know.
Okay, let's just
it's
for the
bad.
fans out there, they've never been to the Khyber Pass.
So they had this one. And we didn't know for a long time. We were like, oh, this has got to be a different rat. And I was like, no, it's the same rat because it had a black, like it looked like someone just hit it with a Sharpie on its back. It was a white rat with a black dot on the back. And we saw it every night around 8:30. It would come out onto the dining room floor and run around. People would complain. We couldn't stop it. We tried glue traps. We tried poison. We tried mushrooms. We tried everything to get rid of this fucking animal. And I was like, dude, we're going about this the wrong way. Because like there was a time where we opened the back door and we did get it out of there, but it still came back. I was like, if we can trap it and put a pair of jeans on this thing and we just let it go, you wouldn't even be scared. You wouldn't even be bummed out. If you were in a restaurant and a rat was wearing human clothing,
like it's a pass.
Like you'd be like, yo, look at that guy. I wonder where that guy's going.
Dude, that thing has been surviving off of Khyber Pass showroom
Forever.
floor coke.
Forever, dude.
Like, you know what kind of drugs that thing?
I think that rat's name was Keith Richards.
Right,
that was the Keith Richards of rodents, dude. It was definitely one of those things where it's like, we can't get rid of this fucking guy.
Right.
He's never gonna die.
That mouse was 81 years old.
Yeah,
inside the Khyber Pass.
In great shape,
Right.
actually. But there were so many times where people were like, yo, this mouse. And it's like, dude, it's not her. And that's the thing, too. It wouldn't like run up on people. It wasn't getting in food that we know of.
It's evolving.
It was just like, let him go. But if you watched a mouse in clothing just like scurry across the floor, you wouldn't be like, ooh, a mouse. You'd be like, yeah, that guy's got somewhere to go.
Right.
That guy's probably coming from a job right now.
His way, dude.
He's a blue collar mouse. Let that fucking dude go. You'd be okay with. Or if we got him a motorcycle and an Evel Knievel jumpsuit, you would be like, yo, I have to go back to that bar.
Now I keep thinking, remember Curious George?
Yeah.
There was a little mouse at the same time cartoon.
Are you
He was on a little motorcycle. That's why.
So that's the mouse and the motorcycle. There was a book. And he did have a small cartoon for a very short period of time.
Okay, that information has been steel chaired out of my head. I do not recall that information.
Dude, that is the best. Dude, there are times where people ask me about something. I'm like, yeah, I used to drink. You can just be like, yo, I used to get steel chair.
I used to get hit in the head
I have
with
steel chair dementia. I
multiple
can't.
times a week. You gotta.
I can't think of it. Look,
I
man.
didn't know you needed car insurance. Come on, Your Honor,
Sir.
Your Eminence.
I was thrown into a trash can full of bulbs. Leave me alone, please. Let me go. I'd be
Sato
like,
Tanaka threw a ladder at my face.
yeah. That would honestly do. It's funny you bring up. I had jury duty, and I was trying to get out of it. And
That's why you made the post.
it
That was a good post.
It was so stupid. So I got there, and like you're sitting in a room full of fucking. What is so weird about jury duty is there's
Sitting in a room full of. What was the word to use?
Maroons. There were so many, dude. I was sitting in a room full of people that like there's like 3 dudes who you can tell like they don't want to be there.
Sure.
And then there's like a couple people who are like, this is my civic duty. I'm so happy.
Right.
It's like, dude, and that's another thing too. The judicial system, stop thanking us for being there. We have no choice.
Right.
You're like, thank you for taking your time. And it's like, dude, you sent me a threatening letter that says it's your turn. I didn't have a choice not to be here. So then we went past where, you show up for the day. They're like, you have to come back tomorrow. And I was like, well, is that for jury? So that was just for, we're going to see if we select you or not. So then I was chosen out of 59 people. It got dwindled down to the 12. I go out and I have to talk to the judge. Now, when I was filling out the questionnaire where like, hey, would this prevent you from being fair or would this not prevent you from being fair? And it's like, do you have any moral, religious, or whatever obligations that would prevent you from creating a fair verdict? And I put yes. So I was like, I was like, yeah, I cannot do it. And he was like, I saw that you put that on there. What's that about? I'm like, do you want my honest answer? He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't believe in the judicial system at all. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. When the day, and I said this to the judge thinking that this would be like yo, don't have me. I said, the day that the scales are not tipped by money and go back to being tipped by morality
you're
and fact.
with the reality.
Oh, dude, I was trying to be like, I wasn't trying to be rude, but I also like, dude, this is a farce. We already know this is bullshit. And then he was like, he brought something up earlier because he said that this was a assault with a deadly weapon charge. Okay. This was an assault with a deadly weapon charge. And he was like, it says here too, like, I didn't have any restrictions against the death penalty. He's like, but you're for the death penalty? I was like, yes, I'm very for the death penalty. And then I said, I think we need new, smarter and efficient and elaborate ways to get that process moving. We have too many people on death row costing the taxpayers money. This is all about a money grab. Like, you can see this for what it is. See the forest for the trees here. This is all about money. People can buy their way out of prison. People can buy their way out of anything. It's like OJ got off. Come on, that guy killed 2 people.
he
He killed him. He killed him, Shlak. Shlak, he killed those people.
I just know how chicks can get.
Was it with good reason?
You know.
We don't know.
Nicole Brown might have been a little.
Yeah, she might have been a bitch, dude. We don't know.
Up.
But I will say, I tried, and
Goldman probably didn't deserve it.
no, Ron Goldman did not.
I just wanted to.
He wanted to show up, dude. Do you know why he went over there?
Pussy.
It was half pussy, half being a good Samaritan. Because what happened was Nicole Brown was at a restaurant, and her mom left her glasses there.
Oh.
And they sent Ron Goldman because he knew Nicole Brown, and he's like, hey, I have your mom's glasses. And he's like, you know what? I can just take a break and return. The guy was on the clock.
Dude.
The guy was on the clock.
So whoever sent him.
Seriously, dude,
bad.
they gotta feel like the biggest dick in the world.
Right.
Yo, Ron, go run these back to this famous bitch. Stop being a dick. We don't want to lose this business.
Dude, you're not going to believe this. I sent Ron to go get his glasses, and O.J. Simpson stabbed him. I know it sounds crazy. But dude, I just wanted him to get the glasses.
Dude, imagine being the person who sent him and then cursing Ron Goldman up and down when he's not back on time.
This fucking asshole.
We sent Goldman out 2 hours ago. What a fucking dick.
Goldman,
you know
you
what?
jerk off.
He's trying to get pussy, dude.
Right.
Fuck him. Fuck him. You know what? I hope something happens.
I knew we sent the wrong guy.
Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, no. All right. Well, I think giving mice hallucinogens is probably not the best idea.
How can we wrap this up? Right. How can we intertwine Ron Goldman getting stabbed with mice?
You know, because he worked at a restaurant. There might have been mice there. There's a linear. You know what?
Okay.
It's like, and people sometimes call Jews rats. It's
Oh my God.
it's a connection. I'm not
connection.
saying I do.
Right.
I'm saying some people have done it. I don't believe in it.
I hear things.
I've seen things.
I hear things.
I've read the tweets Kanye has put out.
I do like how the court did not eject you from the
Oh, I
even though
know,
you pulled
dude.
They're like, well, nihilists need representation too.
I honestly walked back into where the waiting room was, and I was like, I got it. I'm fucking out. And then they called me in to go into another room, and I go in, and the guy Melvin, nice dude.
Okay.
He was like, so you're going to be jury number 6. I was like, I think I said all. I was like, they chose me. He's like, and he was sitting in that room too. The other thing that the fucking judge asked, and I thought this was also an out because the courtroom laughed. The clerks, everyone there, he said, because I checked again, have I witnessed a crime that I have not, have I been in a situation where myself or anyone I know has been involved in a crime, or that I've witnessed a crime, whether or not it's been taken to trial or not? He's like, can you elaborate that on that? I said, sir, not to sound like a jerk or anything, I'm going to make an assumption you don't take public transportation. And everyone in the courtroom started laughing. They're like, oh yeah. I was like, take the Market Frankfurt line, Your Honor. You'll see crime.
Right.
You'll see
Reality
crime
check.
every day. We live in Philadelphia.
Right.
I was like, what are you talking? I told him, I was like, I had to step over dead bodies once.
Two women just got shot over the porta potty at the Eagles parade.
What are you talking about? There was a lady who drove into a crowd when they went to the Super Bowl. What the fuck are you talking about,
Did
dude?
you see the video of the fucking guy holding the infant baby and someone walks up and punches him in the face at the Eagles parade?
Nuts.
No, who's more of a piece of shit? The guy bringing the infant baby to an Eagles parade, or the guy punching the guy in the face that's holding an infant child?
If I was so inclined, I would do. You know what? I'm gonna be valorous here.
Okay.
If I got into an argument with a dude who was wearing an infant on their chest,
right,
I'd be like, take that fucking infant off. I'd be like, yo, you need. I'd honestly be like, yo, I'm not gonna be an asshole. That baby's got nothing to do with it. Take that fucking baby off and hand it to somebody you trust, because I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Listen, there's bad parenting, and for Christ's sake, dude,
it's nuts.
It's like he must be on the same mushrooms that mice are on that guy's feeding.
Imagine punching a baby in the face.
Oh my! Dude. Listen, my moral compass.
Yeah, imagine
all the way into the fucking dumpster. But Jesus fucking.
You know what? Shlak, we are getting closer to those matches though.
Baby punching.
We're having baby. No,
brother, show me the money.
Baby Bjorn match. Both people have a baby on their chest, and they've got to navigate tubes, chairs, barbed wire.
Show me the money.
Come on.
We're
the child. There, dude. Yeah, you have to. If the first baby blood match, that's sick.
Protect the child match.
Yeah, you got it. You got to do it. All right, we got another phone call. fucking Christ.
What's up, doggy? Just paused the second Josie episode. Here to tell a little tale. I was born 8 pounds, 11 ounces, August 24th, 1995. And in order for a baby to go home with their parents, they gotta like shit, piss, sneeze, cough, throw up, do it all, eat and drink. Stuck on a tit, maybe, who knows. But after I did that, I went on a poo-poo strike and didn't poo for 10 days till early September. Let me talk about it. So my daddy, he walked me down to the baby changing station located in the garage down there in Daytona Beach, Florida. And to his dismay, there was no caca in my dye. I was also green and yellow. I was getting jaundice because I wasn't shitting. So then he beelined it, walked it, and leaned on a wall like a detective that just lost the case. Like, oh no, he got away. But he didn't realize my butthole was aimed at him like a 50 caliber sniper rifle from a different area code. And I proceeded to light him up harder than Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. I left the silhouette of my father on the wall. It was a beautiful greenish yellow and then pale white wall shadow. And then he turned around and saw a white baby. And that's my origin story on how I became Batman. Hope all is well.
Is that the guy feeding the rats the mushroom?
Dude, that was like if Charles Dickens wrote a poop story.
Right.
That was poignant.
He had a lot of big words in
Yeah,
there,
he
too.
really, dude, I think he was holding a
I'll
thesaurus.
tell you what, if I had a couple drinks in me, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, you ain't going to hear those words.
You know what?
It's like, you
funny.
know that fucking place over there
Yeah,
with the Chinese.
We know what he's talking
You mean
about.
Japanese Shlak? Yeah, with the Chinese.
Yeah, Shlak keeps talking about he hates over there. What is he talking about? Like, hey, don't get him started.
Right.
Don't get him started. He actually is a big fan of over there wrestling, though.
Oh.
Weirdly enough, loves over there wrestling. Who doesn't? But I think, yeah, I know that. Do you know what it's called when? So when you're in the womb, you don't poop. All the food that your mom eats during pregnancy, you don't. It doesn't go anywhere. It kind of like either is dispersed into nutrients or whatever. I don't really know exactly the science, but I do know you don't poop in the womb. Which also Poop in the Womb, great band name. Poop in the Womb. Or song. Poop in the Womb is pretty,
Sure.
I think it's a better song than band. But when you...
Album title.
Actually, this is the album title.
Ryan Shaner's Poop in the Womb.
The album would be called The Meconium Movement. That's what is the first poop you have. Is called the Meconium Movement.
Why is that?
Because it's all the poop that has been building up inside of you as a baby in the womb, and they're waiting for all of that crap to come out after you're born.
The first shit.
The first shit.
The shitning.
It's the Meconium Movement, dude.
Okay, I like that.
That's a pretty...
I like that there's a fucking name for it. That someone's like, dude, we got to name this first bowel excrement of, infant children.
But you know what it is? It's imagine being the doctor who doesn't want their name attached to it. He's just like John Meconium. He's like, no, I don't want to be known as that.
That's like the guy that created the toilet, Thomas J. Crapper.
Crapper, dude.
But that's awesome, dude. I would be honored. But like, dude, that guy is named after shitting.
Yo, Crapper. I've never met a real Crapper in real. Have you met anybody with the last name Crapper?
No, but dude, I mean, they
got to be there.
It's kind of like Hitler. Like it's done after that. You maxed out that name.
It's kind of like yo, I can't be going by this last name no more. Too much heat attached to it.
Right.
What are you talking about? You're
dude,
John Crapper. You're John Crapper, dude. You invented the toilet.
Is it John or Thomas?
I think it's John Crapper. Because that's also why it's called the John.
Oh, okay.
That's also why it's called the John.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
how great is that? Dude, that's something everyone does multiple times a day. In my case, like 8.
8 times.
Oh, I shit like 8 times a day.
That's a wild amount of time.
I eat like every 3 hours. Dude.
I know. You've reminded me about your diet.
But dude, and they're not bad shits. You would think that there's they would be liquid and they would get all over myself. No, but I do wipe. I do wipe a lot though, dude. That's
heavy wipe.
dude. So the B-hole takes a beating, dude.
Damn,
When I got to
dude.
use those wipes, you know, they got the baby wipes.
Yeah,
and now
the
they have
dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
They're like
dude.
bigger.
Yeah, they're big. They're baby
Yeah.
wipes, basically.
I get the whole. I get the cheeks and
You get
everything.
everything. Man, are you a 90-degree wiper? Are you a 90-degree wipe,
I
dude?
don't know, but you know, isn't it crazy? Even off of the camera, every conversation we have usually it plummets into talking about shit.
It does. It does do that.
Right?
And I don't know if that's a me thing or a you thing or just a
Maybe it's an us
normal
thing.
thing. It's a normal thing. I think it's like, you know, people talk about shitting and then they're like, oh, it's like, I don't like the poop talk. It's like, dude, I think
Love the poop talk.
it's pretty funny.
I mean, it's something I can relate to. I do it multiple
Yeah,
times a
it's
day.
a thing that everyone can relate. If you started talking about shit and someone's like, yo, come on, man. I'd be like, yo, what is your,
Right.
what high horse are you on right now?
Exactly. Sorry, sire.
Yeah, sorry, Your
sire.
Honor.
Right.
Get out of here.
My bad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring you down to my level of reality. Fuck you, dude.
Dude.
Not dealing with that.
Yo, I was thinking, what do you think gay hell is like? Dude, it's probably awesome, dude. Think about it, gay hell. It's probably like monster trucks and chicks with huge tits and like fucking AK-47s.
So gay hell.
It's
So
gay hell is
basically,
like the sickest
is
place of all time.
Straight man's heaven. Gay
Yeah,
man's
think about it. You're like, dude, when I die, I want to go to fucking gay hell.
Ew, no, you don't. Like, no, I do, dude.
Dude, trust me, I want to go to gay
no,
hell.
I'm telling
dude.
you, it sounds gay.
It's not what you think it is.
It's just a name,
Not-
dude.
it's not- dude, the only cars, the only mode of transportation is monster truck.
Yeah, dude, that would be sick.
It'd be so sick, dude.
I wonder if there are any gay monster truck drivers. It's a demographic we've never talked about. We don't know.
There has to be representation.
I think that, honestly,
2025.
what was the one monster truck that had the two fists on the side of it? That guy's definitely, that guy's definitely gay. He's driving the fist truck.
Yeah.
That's definitely a gay monster truck driver.
The,
Can't all be Gravedigger.
The fister.
The fister, dude. There's a couple monster trucks that I've seen where like, yo, that's kind of fucking gay.
The liquidator.
Liquidator's pretty.
I mean, I don't know if that's gay. I mean, it could be gay depending on how dirty your mind is.
Does Bigfoot even still do anything anymore?
Yo, ever see porn where I saw porn where a dude put his whole foot in the chick's pussy? Ever see that?
Yeah.
Pretty wild stuff. pretty wild stuff.
That was the best transition.
Hey, I mean,
You ever see does Bigfoot still do anything? I've seen foots and pussies.
right. Well, I mean, we were talking about,
No, you're.
gay monster truck guy.
I guess there would be. That would be a cool gas pedal.
100%.
It's just a pussy you put your foot
you're
on
putting right.
instead of the foot-shaped one.
like
It's a
that.
vagina-shaped one. Come on,
I don't
man.
know where this just popped in my mind. There's a tattooer in Florida. He lives in Key West, or did live in Key West at the time. Gay dude. Key West big with the gays. He had a ruler tattooed from his knuckles to his elbow. Now, what do you think that was for? He wasn't a fucking carpenter.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a wild.
I don't know where we got there from Bigfoot. And
That is a wild tattoo to get.
he would be a great candidate to drive the fist monster truck.
I mean, if you had
How about if they painted rulers on the fist?
if you had that would have been sick.
That's what I would buy the T-shirt right now.
You can't get away from that.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
It's a nightmare.
The back window wiper is just a dick going
Dude,
from
it'd be
side to
awesome.
side.
Dude,
I don't
it'd be
know
awesome.
why that hasn't happened. They don't put enough dicks on monster trucks. You
That's a common. You would think.
you would think also the nuts, like the truck nuts on
on
monster
the back,
truck. Come on.
at least on the Taurus. The one that's a bull.
Yeah, the one that's a
You would
bull.
think it would have
Why
the
would
big
they
sack
not
at the
have that?
I don't know.
That's a fucking $1 billion idea.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
And also the Truckosaurus. Truckosaurus with nuts would have been funny as if they just never addressed it and it just like was there. People were like, yo, what's up with the Truckosaurus's nuts?
I was going to when I was getting like my back piece for tattooing that was on the list of things.
What, Truckosaurus?
I was going, the T-Rex.
Yeah,
thing
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's the most white trash thing there is? I mean, can you really name something more white trash?
Have you ever seen Truckosaurus live?
Yeah, it's the
Dude,
greatest
it's
thing.
the coolest fucking thing in the world.
What is more American than Truckosaurus?
The most American thing I've ever seen in my life was monster trucks. It was in 1993. I went with my dad's friend Scott, his son Nathan, and my younger brother. We went to the Spectrum. to see monster trucks. Now, not only was it American because they played the national anthem and God Bless America in the same, like in succession of one another. There were monster trucks. It was dollar dog night. It was like dollar hot dogs, and everyone was drinking. This also was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and I think as a city, we should adopt it. And I think it would be the most intimidating thing on the planet. So as we're there, the lights go out, and then the bottom of like where the pit is explodes, and then there's an alien with a flying saucer in the dirt. He gets out, starts shitting on.
We're still talking about the monster truck.
Still talking about the monster trucks. Starts shitting on America. Starts shitting on everyone here. Everyone's booing him, and then this fucking alien makes.
Is it an illegal alien?
I think it might have been.
No, because they're shitting on the USA.
No, it was
where I got that correlation from.
I see where you're going. And first off, all aliens from space are illegal. That's illegal. That's an illegal alien.
Okay.
I hope they crash land in the Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf of
and get
America.
the fuck out of here. Oh, it is the Gulf of America. You're right.
Get your shit
Thank you.
straight.
Thank you for correcting me.
It's on Google Earth.
It is on Google.
It's on Google Earth.
You know what the whole thing about the Gulf of America is? People are bitching like, oh, how could they do this? Like, only America has to call it the Gulf of America.
Right.
Only America has to do that. If you go to Spain and they have their own version of like what they want to call, and that just means you can call it whatever you want in a different country.
Right.
You could call it the Gulf of Trump's a fucking fag.
Right.
And everyone would be like, yeah, that's what we call it over here.
That would be weird on Google Earth.
It would be weird, but it would be hilarious if they started doing it.
Absolutely.
But so this guy who's he's a midget who's an alien, he starts barking at everyone
In a spaceship.
in the spaceship,
At a monster truck.
and he's yelling at everyone. Everyone's booing, and then he goes, "Yeah, and the Philadelphia Eagles suck."
Oh, that's the last straw.
Dude, a booing crowd of people in a spectrum is intimidating. You know what's terrifying? Silence.
Oh,
Everyone
nice.
got quiet. It wasn't like a, oh, boo. It was like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And
Joke's over, asshole.
dude, I honestly think if we as a city didn't like something, instead of booing, could you imagine a whole stadium of like people coming out on the field or coming out on the ice at a Flyers game and there is no booing? It's just like stark silence. People would be like, yo, I don't want to go to Philadelphia
How
anymore.
about the, what was it, like Canada versus the States in the hockey game?
Oh, dude.
Booed the national anthem, and in the first 9 seconds, there was 3 fights.
Dude, I honestly, that was
awesome.
It was one of the coolest things ever, and I am bummed that Canada won. If America had won that whole thing, that would have been so dope. But yeah, dude, I was like, fuck yeah,
that's pretty tight, dude. Like,
it was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
On the bench were like, yo, we gotta fuck these dudes up.
Yo, you can't boo the national anthem.
Who the fuck do you
Even if
think
you don't
are?
agree with it, you better not boo
state?
this.
This are you 51st state assholes?
You're America's hat, you piece of shit. Get over it. We're going to turn you backwards and put it over the top, motherfucker. It's not happening. I thought that was one of the coolest things ever. And it was also, besides the fighting, one of the best hockey games I'd ever seen in a very long time.
I didn't get to see the game. But
dude, it was great. It was very, very
That's up there with when it was the Flyers versus when Hextall first went across ice to fight the other goalie. That was, how rad was that when you first
I think that was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. And also when the Philadelphia Flyers beat the Soviet team that came in 1977.
Yeah, for sure. Wasn't, Rob Zombie was supposed to make
yes, a Broad Street Bullies movie.
Bullies movie.
And
it didn't. That sucks because that would have been pretty rad.
It would have been rad and bad at the same time. Because you know who would have been cast in that movie, had no business being there? Sherry Moon Zombie.
Okay. You think she would have been one of the hockey players?
Stop casting Sherry Moon Zombie in
That would have
things.
been weird. She have a mustache.
Oh, she would have been fucking Bobby Clark. They would have been like, we got to put her somewhere,
right.
dude. We don't know what to do with her. Stop casting. Rob, we know you love your wife. Fantastic,
sure.
dude. She's not the best actress.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it would have been entertaining if he uses the same actors he uses in every film.
It would have been crazy. Sid Haig, if he was still alive.
The big, the great Khali-ish dude.
So that guy's dead. He's dead. Sid Haig's also dead.
Right.
How many
How awesome would that be if he used dead Sid Haig?
That would be sick.
In the penalty box the whole movie.
That would be sick. I don't know. Actually, we're at a point now with technology. You could CGI. You could CGI Sid Haig
as Bobby Clark,
and it's probably not even hard to do. You probably just need half the CGI.
Right.
Sid Haig looks like shit, dude. You don't need a lot.
It's crazy. Like the day after that fucking Trump and Zelensky.
That thing.
I saw a video where they AI'd Trump and Zelensky stand up after they started bickering and start fist fighting, and it looked legit.
Yeah, dude.
That's getting crazy.
That's what I can only hope for is that we start to
More
believe. Yeah,
government fist fighting.
I think
How
we
sick
should
would that
bring
be?
that
UFC?
back.
How great would it be? Dude, the whole world would tune in if Zelensky versus Trump in a UFC match.
Come on,
Dude.
come on, dude.
You know how much money UFC would make?
I was just gonna say, do you know how much money that would bring in?
Yeah.
If one president was like, you know what, maybe I'm not in the best shape, but I'm really willing to fist fight.
I think, okay,
This
Zelensky
dude.
versus JD Vance. That's a little more feasible.
That's fair. That's way more fair.
That's way
more fair. And you know what I think is going to happen? JD Vance would get his ass
Yeah.
kicked by this fucking Ukrainian dude.
They're hard over there, dude.
Dude, I think he had to just grow up in a weirder fucking place.
For sure.
And a way more different environment. JD Vance, he seems like a fucking pipsqueak.
He's lanky, though.
Yeah, sure.
He'll have that jujitsu.
He might go all 5 rounds.
Right.
But I really think what's going to happen is JD Vance is going to be in a world of hurt. If fucking Zelensky can get back control,
Sure.
good night, dude. Good night.
What was the name of his book?
Zelensky or JD Vance?
I don't think Zelensky can write. JD Vance, his book. Isn't it like the Hillbilly some shit?
Oh yeah, it was like Hillbilly Nightmare or
What
some
part
gay
are you?
shit.
Is Hillbilly, dude.
No, nothing.
Silver spoon, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, get out of here.
know.
We saw you at your wedding wearing that fucking that dot on your head, Hillbilly. This has been the Ed Podcast with Ryan Shader. Shlak, thank you so much for
Yeah.
being on the fucking show. We're going to switch it over to the Patreon. If you want to call in, make sure you call that hotline, 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, concern you have, or maybe even a way that you want to poison mice for the better and have them evolve faster than we ever thought they could. Later.
It's science.